The story of 8-month-old Elijah Flower Day is a haunting deep dive into the absolute betrayal of the caregiver contract and the hidden dangers of the unlicensed child care industry. It began in the quiet, suburban landscape of Little Rock, Arkansas, on a street called Clift and Rive, a place where life usually moves with a sense of predictable peace. Here, Isaac and Trinity Flower Day sought out what they believed was a nurturing and home environment for their son, placing him in the care of a local woman named Darren Sauls. For a time, the arrangement seemed stable, but the thin veil of safety was ripped away on the morning of December 30th at exactly 11 a.m. A frantic emergency call reported that a baby boy had stopped breathing, and within minutes, the neighborhood was swarmed with sirens. When Elijah was rushed to Arkansas Children's Hospital, the trauma team was met with a medical reality that shattered any hope of an accidental cause. The infant had sustained a devastating skull fracture and multiple brain bleeds, injuries that medical experts say are consistent with high impact force rather than a simple fall from a changing table. As detectives began their investigation, the case took a dark and rapid turn when Erin Sauls reportedly delivered a confession that would leave the community in shock. She admitted that during a routine diaper change, her frustration boiled over into unchecked rage. She claimed that a persistent headache and the stress of her work led her to slam the defenseless 8-month-old's head against the hardwood floor not once, but 3 separate times. As this chilling admission came to light, the community began to look backward, uncovering a trail of red flags that had been missed. One mother, who had previously used Saul's services, revealed in a heartbreaking social media post that she had pulled her own children out months earlier because Saul's had become increasingly unreliable, erratic, and lacked the professional structure needed for child safety. Legal expert Russell Button, while analyzing the case, pointed out the extreme dangers of unlicensed in-home daycares, noting that without state oversight, these facilities lack the buddy system or the mandated insurance and safety protocols that prevent a single, overwhelmed adult from reaching a breaking point. He emphasized that in a licensed facility, there are multiple sets of eyes to intervene when a caregiver becomes frustrated, but in an unlicensed home, there is no one to stop the violence. Amidst the public outcry, Elijah's father, Isaac Flower Day, made incredibly mature and tactical plea to the public. He begged friends and strangers alike to stop posting unverified details on social media, fearing that words lost in translation could give the defense a loophole to claim an unfair trial or a biased jury pool, thereby jeopardizing the justice his son deserved. He urged the community to report facts directly to the sheriff's office rather than speculating online. As the case moves into the criminal conclusion, Erin Sauls remains behind bars, held on a capital murder charge at Class Y felony in the state of Arkansas. This charge is reserved for the most heinous acts of violence, and because the victim was under the age of 14, the legal stakes are at their absolute peak. Under Arkansas law, this charge leaves only 2 potential outcomes for Saul's: life in prison without any possibility of parole, or the pursuit of the death penalty by the state prosecutor. Their story stands as a permanent, painful lesson to all parents about the invisible risks of unlicensed care and the vital importance of investigating every small red flag, checking for professional insurance, and ensuring that those we trust with our children are held to the highest possible standards of accountability.